move from one side to the other by truck, by vehicles, by motorcycles, animals, everything. Mr. Speaker, now people are using a longer route, and the longer route they are using, the road was not meant for heavy traffic. That is the road also that goes to Tanzania, to the border of Hispania, the one that passes in the center of the town. Mr. Speaker, that bridge got broken when it rained last heavily, I think 6-7 months ago. And Kenya said they are waiting for the waters to subside. Mr. Speaker, that town is at standstill as we speak. Yesterday I called the Kenya Director General. He told me we are doing something about it. But Mr. Speaker, these are matters that cannot wait even for a response from Transport Committee. That town is in crisis. That place is kaput. No work is going on, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, do something. Do something, please.
Chair Rhodes. Komingoi, you are the Vice Chair.
No, I'm not, but I'm a member of the committee.
Yes, Junet.
Mr. Speaker, the Chair of Transport is never in the house. Kimongo is the one who answers questions for him all the time. I'm told he's running a small restaurant somewhere near Gigiri there. Mr. Speaker, selling mandas. Let him come to the house and tell us we have a problem.
If now it's
Kaluma should know that I don't want him to ever mention my name.
Chair, the problem we are having here is that there is a mentality and belief that the finance bill is supposed to raise taxes only.
As proposed by the chairperson of the Finance Committee, we will have another opinion say aye.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, it's going to make my people's life better. Chair, as you are aware, this government of the broad-based has revived the sugar industry like no other government. All the sugar factories in our area are now working. In my own county, sugarcane farmers have been paid 1 billion shillings for the last 1 month, for the last 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let us accept when the government is doing a good job. Let us own it, Mr. Speaker. Let us not just oppose for the sake of opposing, like what I'm seeing from this village of Amunyonga.
The Honorable Muchomba. 1 minute, please. Let me a minute so that we clear this. Honorable Muchomba.
Chair, thank you very much. I happen to be a member of Finance Committee, and we went to various counties in this country listening to Kenyans submitting on their views of the proposed executive finance bill proposal. One of the biggest proposals we received, especially in my county, Kiambu, they came and told us they don't understand the issues of exempt. All they care is whether the animal feeds are going to be cheap at the point of purchase. So, Honorable Chair, it is important for every member of this parliament, before we come to such strategic discussions like today, everybody should seek to read reports of committees before you come to debate in this house, so that you know what members of your county proposed and what is being done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I gave out the 5 on this side. Allow me to also give this side. The Honorable Oundo. Yeah. It's only fair. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to support the amendments brought by the Chair of the committee on clause 31, particularly to make manufacturing in this country more competitive. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, zero rating transportation of cane is a very, very critical move at this point in time when cost of production is a major issue in this country. The cost of production, 30% goes to transportation of cane. So if we zero rate, Mr. Chair, we will be reducing the cost of production in this country.
Thank you so much. The Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to make this clear. I am just a member of Finance. The Vice Chair is
Honorable CPA Ruto.
I am a committee member of Finance.
You've been purporting to be Vice Chair of that committee. I didn't know, now I do. The Honorable CPA Ruto, go ahead.
Thank you. That could be good prayers. Chair, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. And can I be heard in silence, Chair? I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. Yes. What members, Honorable Wandeto there is saying is that it is very good to be attentive and always collect the content of every committee report before you react. Because right now it comes out that the committee has done the right thing, what we were wailing about, what we were complaining about, and the committee, guided by Article 118 of our Constitution, they undertaken public participation and have taken into consideration the views of the members of public that are affected. And they are put in this report. The entire report carries huge stakeholder engagement and what members of public are saying.
All members, thank you.
Always listen to the report, go through the report before you argue.
Thank you. Now that you'll agree that this clause does justice to what is required. Honorable Kaluma, lastly.
Chair, I want to support this provision, but with a caution that when we zero rate goods and services, the benefit should go to the consumer. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why the government was initially proposing deletions of these zero rated items is that no benefit is going down. Instead, the tax expenditure is going into hundreds of billions. So we are collecting money, giving to people who are not passing the benefit. So let me say that because we are not as bold as we should be today, and because the people want it so, let us zero rate these goods, but let the factories, the owners of the goods and services, transfer the benefits to the consumers.
Thank you so
and
much.
That is something
Thank
we
you.
need to
Honourable members,
look at.
I want to allow the Honourable, because there's a small thing we left out, and it's causing confusion. The Honourable Chairperson of Finance Committee, you got 2 further amendments to move before we vote on this. Please go ahead.
So, Honourable Chairperson, even before I move these 2 amendments, Honourable Speaker, I am happy that our honourable members from the other side of the aisle, we are now reading from the same page. That Honourable Chair, these proposals come to this House. It is our responsibility to make our decision. That's why we are elected by the people of Kenya, Honourable Speaker. As important also not to take the floor of this House to deliberately mislead, so that when you are voting no, then you are purporting that.
Thank you. Please move your amendments now.
Honourable Speaker, after further consultation, I want to move a further amendment, Honourable Speaker, that's on clause 31, that such goods with the exemption of the Cabinet Secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than Kenya shillings 2 billion shillings, Honourable Speaker. The 5 billion is a bit too high, Honourable Speaker, and I think we agree that allowing investment of up to 2 billion shillings, Honourable Speaker, at least that will give an incentive to many more manufacturers. A billion, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, secondly, I would like to further move that, where is that? Honourable Speaker, Honourable Chair, I beg to further move that clause.
It's 174 paragraph D.
That clause 174 paragraph D be further amended to read the following. In paragraph B1, by the the proposal new paragraph B and substituting therefore the following new paragraph, the issue, transfer, receipt, and other dealing with money, including money transfer services and accepting over the payment counters of household bills, but does not include the rest. So we're just changing the word or to and. And the purpose of this investment, Honourable Speaker, after again very consultative public participation, the wording on this particular clause, Honourable Speaker, could have been interpreted to mean that M-Pesa services would be subjected to further tax, Honourable Speaker. So by wording it like that, Honourable Speaker, it expressly provides that no additional taxation will be allowed on such crucial services, like, for example, M-Pesa service, Honourable Speaker. And Honourable Speaker, lastly, following the ruling on the T-bill, Honourable Speaker, by the court, I think it's important that I declare interest that I'm a farmer. Okay. And so I did a lot with animal feed. And therefore, Honourable Speaker, it's important that I go on record that I am a farmer, Honourable Speaker, on this particular
Chair, before you sit down, there's an issue that was raised by Honourable Mbui earlier on what are the benchmarks to ensure that the CS Treasury does not use this discretion badly. I think you need to make a comment on it.
Yes.
The decision on the 2 billion.
So, Honourable Speaker, when you were arguing this, we actually strongly felt that we needed to add another provision to subject this to the National Treasury issuing regulations, Honourable Speaker.
Okay.
But again, we thought that period between now and when the regulations would be published and passed in this House could still disadvantage those ready investors to come and invest, Honourable Speaker. But we'll be moving further in further tax amendment to provide that the National Treasury must issue regulations, Honourable Speaker, as you said, to make sure that this particular proposal is not abused, Honourable Speaker.
I hope you work with him to ensure that you bring these regulations. So, members, I now put the question that clause 31 as amended and further amended be further amended as proposed by the chairperson of Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I propose the question, therefore, that clause 31 as amended and further amended be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill. Chairperson of the committee.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper by deleting the following paragraphs, Honorable Chair. Now that we have made the deletions on clause 31, that we are moving those items from second schedule to first schedule. We now need to delete them again where they are, Honorable Speaker. So this means that now the items that we have listed as taking them back to zero rate remains under zero rate.
You are cleaning up. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Undo.
Let me also take this opportunity to thank the committee for listening to the cries and the voices of Kenyans. But of course, as we do that, we must always question the motive of the drafters of this document. They must have been sadists. They are not typical experts that we thought went there. No sane person, no sane Kenyan could have done this. Honorable Speaker, it's unbelievable. But thanks a lot for the Parliament for listening.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will husband of that opinion say aye? Will husband of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will husband of that opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 26A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 26A be part of the bill. Mover to move it for second reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that new clause 26, new clause 26A be now read a second time, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this relates to supplies that are made to Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Defence Welfare Services, the National Intelligence Service, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, the supplies that are made to these institutions for our men and women of uniform who do very tremendous job in protecting our country, Honorable Speaker, are exempt. But however, when the suppliers of this particular supplies to them, they are not exempt. And therefore, the suppliers to these particular institutions are not able to claim their input VAT. So, Honorable Speaker, by now providing this expressive proposal, Honorable Speaker, is going to increase the working capital available to these particular institutions. And we're talking about entities that apply, for example, fuel to Kenya Defence Forces. So that supply of fuel is exempt because Kenya Defence Forces, for example, or National Intelligence or National Police Service product, those particular institutions are exempt from VAT. But now the supplier, according to the current law, is not allowed to claim input VAT. So therefore, we are exempting this particular case, Honorable Speaker, to make it easier for those that supply vatable product to this particular institution.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. Will the of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now propose the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. Does one of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Excise Duty Act, CAF 472, clause 33.
Clause 33 has no amendment. I therefore propose the question that clause 33 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 33 be part of the bill. Does one of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 34.
Members, I propose the question that clause 34 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 34 be amended by being deleted. Honorable Chairperson, this is one of the issues that we debated extensively yesterday and before yesterday. This matter relates to taxation on phones on activation. Honorable Chairperson, we agree that there has been a lot of tax evasion for many traders in mobile phones. Honorable Chairperson, you might find a phone like maybe an iPhone 17 trading at 200,000 shillings on a shop, whereas you know that price is not reasonable, Honorable Speaker. It means that around 55% of the taxes that on the phones, those people are not paying taxes, Honorable Speaker. So therefore, if taxing these phones on activation would have led to higher collection, Honorable Speaker, and making it a level playing field for everyone.
Okay.
However, Honorable Speaker, upon further interrogation of this particular clause, the committee concluded and agreed with the members of the public, the Kenya Revenue Authority needs to work on systems first if they are to change the taxation point, Honorable Speaker, because as worded in this law, Honorable Speaker, it would have added unnecessary tax administration to consumers. If, Honorable Chair, you buy a phone and you send it to your brother in the village, and maybe that phone you do not know tax was paid on it, and then that your brother is required to pay tax on it, I think that will create unnecessary tax burden, Honorable Speaker, to taxpayers, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose a question that clause 34 be amended proposed by the chair. The first bite will be Honorable Mwenje's bite.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank the committee because, Honorable Speaker, this was one of the clauses that I had a very serious problem with, especially with regards to the word activation, because my concern was that this would peg a phone to an individual. And that would mean that in any time that you want to track that phone or shut it down or anything, this would have been a clause that would have been dangerously put there to be abused. And I want to thank the committee for considering that.
Member Kigumo.
Thank you, Chair. I'm also glad that we were listened to because we are raising this issue. And I think the problem we have with the KRA is that every problem looks like something that should be dealt with a new tax. So the inefficiencies of being unable to collect tax from people who deal with phones should not be passed on to consumers. And I think that is in the right place, and they must ensure that their systems are effective.
Thank you. McLeod.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to laud the committee for that deletion, and this is why, honorable members, the proposals in this yellow paper are proposals from National Treasury. It is us, the people who have been elected in this country, to look at what is painful with the people of Kenya and delete it and be able to rectify those things that are harmful to our society and will make the cost of phone expensive. Mr. Speaker, this is the way to go. As legislators, we will listen to the people of Kenya and we are able to get solutions.
Members, I therefore put the question that clause 34 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Now, will those of that opinion say aye? And those of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question. All members, clause 34 is deleted, and therefore there is no point to make it part of the bill. Next clause.
Clause 35.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 be part of the bill. Chairperson. Vero Maclap. Take your seat.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper. Again, this relates to the issue of excise duty.
Order. Doro Maclap. Yes. Get off the between the chair and the go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper by deleting this particular provision. And again, this relates to the issue that we are discussing on telephone, on mobile phones, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed by the chair by deletion. Members, I put the question that clause 35 be deleted. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
All members, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Yes.
Honorable Chair, we are on clause 36. You got amendments to it?
36, yes. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 36 be amended as per the order paper. This proposal will, again, Honorable Chair, clause 36(1) is about funds. On clause 36(1), Honorable Chairperson, the other is about the various rates, Honorable Chair, including the rates for small independent brewers. Honorable Chair, we found clause 5 very dangerous, Honorable Chair, and we could also not understand why it was there, because the clause 5 was reading in the description, spirits of undenatured extra neutral ethanol of alcoholic strength 90% purchased by licensed manufacturers, by deleting the word licensed manufacturers. So by deleting the word licensed manufacturers, it will mean that you will have high concentrated ethanol being available being sold to other businesses who are not registered manufacturers, Honorable Speaker. And we thought that would be very dangerous, Honorable Speaker. Further, I'll be moving to further amend clause F 10. That is that what? You know, reading these Roman numbers, X,
The Honorable Chair, you got order. The Honorable Chair, you can consult for a minute. Okay.
On clause 13, Honorable Chairperson, we are now introducing a new provision. And I think this is very important for our brothers and sisters in the sugar belt sector. We are now proposing to increase tax on imported sugar. The current rate of imported sugar is at 7.5 shillings per kilogram. Our committee report had recommended 10 shillings per kilogram, but upon further consultation, moving that further, this be amended by making it 40 shillings per kilogram, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that all the companies, Honorable Speaker, that are producing sugar, the likes of Mumias, the likes of Muhoroni, and all those others, Honorable Speaker, we are going out to make it easier for them to sell sugar in this country, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Though members, I propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The first part will go to Honorable Nabi Nabuera. Honorable Nabi, it's over there. You got the mic.
Thank you, Chair. I second the proposal, Chair. Coming from a sugar growing area, one of the problems we have had as up to yesterday is imported sugar. By making imported sugar more expensive, it delivers good prices for local sugar. It makes our local sugar more competitive. I therefore second.
Thank you. The Honorable Murugara. Actually, I know there's this side. So I'll
Thank
this
you.
side first, then I come back this side.
I thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I support this. This is extremely timely. We have had problems with our factories, local production, and going off sugarcane.
Correct.
Because in Brazil or those other countries, it is extremely cheap to produce sugar. So they bring it here, not just like an export, it's dumping. So they dump it here, we buy it, and we kill our factories, and we discourage our farmers.
Thank you. Honorable Mogaka.
This is extremely good.
Members, let's do a minute each. Honorable Mogaka.
Don't have a mic.
You got a mic.
Yes, thank you, Chair, and I want to support that amendment, and in particular, thank and applaud the Chair of Finance Committee and Parliament for moving people-driven amendments. I am extremely happy that among the constituencies that the Committee of Finance visited is West Mugrango constituency, and when I see amendments being moved pursuant to the contributions and public participation done in my Nyamira town, I say this is the parliament
Thank
that
you.
the people
Honorable
want,
Kalemba.
and I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support this amendment, for it is going to ensure that the sugar farmers are going to get more earnings. But, Honorable Chair, as the government imposes tax on imports of sugar, it must also remove levy imposed on tea, because tea farmers will not get earnings, will not get profit for their tea if their tea, which is entirely meant for export, is levied. So let government impose tax on imported sugar, but remove levies on tea for export.
Thank you. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya, you got the mic.
Thank you. Chair, I would like to support this amendment and congratulate the committee, but also to say that this will contribute to growing sugar in new frontiers. For example, Kwale is one of the areas that for many years, Ramisi sugar. We have even potential to grow sugar in Tana River and potential to grow the fastest growing sugar in Kilifi. Honorable Chair, this is an opportunity, but also in the same breath, I would like to request Honorable Kalemba to substantiate what levies have actually been imposed on tea. You know,
Thank you.
He does.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, we must tell Kenyans the truth, that this finance bill is for Kenyans and it's meant to make their lives easy and simple. Chair, as I've said earlier, I represent sugarcane farmers. I represent my voters as sugarcane farmers. Chair, we have 17 companies in Kenya that produce sugar. And courtesy to this government of President William Ruto and the broad base, all the 17 are functioning. And all the 17 are paying farmers. And they are paying within 7 days. Chair, I want to tell you, governments that are facing elections like now, 1 year to elections, are known for removing taxes from sugar so that they can raise campaign funds. But this is a government that is imposing taxes on sugar 1 year to the election. What is that telling you?
Thank you.
They want to take care of the farmers.
Thank
they
you
want
so
to
much.
make sure that farmers earn, farmers get money. There is money in their pocket. We must
Thank you.
respect and
No,
congratulate the president.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to.
Now, what is out of order, Honorable Wanjiboka?
I'm concerned, Honorable Chair. The Chair of Finance received a call and he has since not returned back. And you know he was dealing with a live wire. He was dealing with a live wire. So is he safe? Is he safe, Chair?
No. The member for Lagos Songa, order. Now Lagos Songa on his feet, he will be given a chance to contribute.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wanted to say that this is one of the very progressive amendments that I would like to support. Chair, you know that me and you come from Siaya. We have 2 companies that are setting up, sugar manufacturing companies. And we want them to produce sugar to be sold to Kenyans, not to produce sugar and keep them in stores. Therefore, I want to thank the committee for this progressive amendment. This amendment actually is going to put money in the pockets of Kenyans, and is going to create employment for millions of Kenyans across the sugar belt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity. You know, Chair, by increasing the import duty or tax on imported sugar, basically we are protecting our farmers, and it's a good thing, Mr. Chair, that we protect farmers. But Mr. Speaker, it's also important to ask ourselves, what happens to the local prices of sugar? Why is it they are not competitive in the international market? Because that may be what we need to deal with. Because as you protect farmers and you impose import duty that is very high, you forget that you've also got consumers who actually require the cheaper the price. So what we need, Mr. Speaker, is to find a way of sorting out the price matter, that we support our local farmers, but at the same time we also support consumers.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There is nothing out of order on what Honorable Mbuya said. Go ahead, Honorable Member for
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to contribute to this amendment. While I support this amendment, I also propose that you impose taxes on imported rice so that we can protect the Kenyan farmers. We are spending 55.5 billion on imports to this country from India, from Pakistan, Mr. Speaker, from as close as Tanzania. We need to protect the very oppressed Moya farmer, Ahero farmer,
Thank you.
so that they can make their living.
Thank you. Honorable Wangwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, thank you so much. I just want to put some factors correct. Do we have enough sugar in the stores? The answer is yes. Do we have enough cane? Yes. What do we need? We simply need to have the market ready as it is. Therefore, Honorable Chair, I want to support the amendment by the committee that we put it high so that we don't want to see importation of sugar.
Thank you. Honorable Wakali Mulu. Honorable United, I thought you already gave another chance on this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable
Mr.
Wakali
Chairman,
Mulu.
I was wondering whether I will be in order to remind you that we are not in third reading. We are in third reading, not second reading. And the procedure has been...
Thank you. The Honorable Majority Leader. When all of this?
Chair, I rise to support this amendment and indeed thank the Chair first for doing the further amendment from 10 shillings to 40 shillings. I even wish it would have been higher to make it punitive so that we protect our sugarcane farmers. You remember 3 years ago we were importing sugar. Sugar was at a price of 550 shillings a kg. Because of the efforts that have been put to uplift the sugar industry in the country, today sugar is available, as Wangwe says, from the cane farmers. Cane farmers are getting paid. And the only way we can undo these good gains is if we allow all those cheap imports to come from outside. Finally, Honorable Speaker, yes. I've had a number of us speak to other levies. Levies to do with tea. I want to clarify that this finance bill has zero levies on tea or on coffee. It is very important that we make that clear so that even as we seek to speak to the public, we be clear that the finance bill had only issues to do with helping sugar.
Honorable Chairman of the committee, finally, so that we put the question.
So, Honorable Chairperson, I just wanted to also inform this House that further we have provided...
Do you want to be informed by the Honorable Babu Owino?
Okay, let me be informed by the Honorable Owino.
You want to inform the Honorable Chair? Go ahead and inform him. He says you can inform him.
Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Chair,
whoever he is, now, as at now, Chairman, let me inform the Chairman.
When we sit where we are sitting, we are chairpersons. When you sit on the seat behind me, we are speakers. We are not whoever he is.
Thank you. I was just trying to massage your ego, Chairman. But
I don't have ego at all.
Anyway, Chairman, let me inform Chairman Finance Committee. Chairman, our consumption rate for sugar in Kenya is at 1.14 million tons that we consume. What we produce is 610 metric tons, correct? What we produce is 610,000 metric tons, which means that what we import is around 505,000 metric tons.
What is your source, Honorable Babu? What is your source of information?
Chairman, let me just inform you, please, that this information is common knowledge. Therefore, Chairman, when we talk about importation of sugar, it means that we solely depend largely on imported sugar as Kenyans. And therefore, when the Chairman Finance Committee is stating that taxes will be increased from 10 to 40, at that rate, it means that the consumers in Kenya are going to be hurt more. Okay. Chairman, as I proceed...
Thank you. You are informing the Honorable...
Let me finish my point, Chairman. Let me finish my point, please.
The Chairman of the Finance Committee, you've been informed about... You are being informed about quantities of sugar. Are you abreast with those quantities of sugar, import and export?
Honorable Chairperson, the figures that Honorable Babu Owino is referring to is figures of 2022. So there has been, when Honorable Babu Owino claims that knowing how many metric tons are produced is a matter of common knowledge. It is a matter of fact, Honorable Speaker. And some of us also have an advantage of having extensively done our research on this particular matter to have the correct results, Honorable Speaker. So I don't want to be informed because Honorable Babu Owino is misinforming and disinforming.
Go ahead and wind up.
Honorable Chairperson.
Wind up.
On the other matter, Honorable Chairperson, it is important to note on EE, Honorable Speaker, on imported MDF boards, imported block boards, imported plywood, Honorable Chairperson, we are now adding 30% excise duty, Honorable Speaker, for some of these particular items, Honorable Speaker. And this is the reason. I come from a timber growing constituency, Honorable Speaker. The whole of Njoro, the whole of Molo, the whole of Kuresoi. But what has happened, Honorable Speaker, we have some these imported MDF and plywood, Honorable Speaker, that are coming from all the way from China, that has made our factories uncompetitive, Honorable Speaker. So what we are saying is that we are going to be selfish as a country. We are going to protect our own. We are going to grow our manufacturing. And it is important, even if the figures about our production is even it were to be correct, Honorable Chairperson, we are not stopping importation. We are saying if you have to import, fine, pay more. We have higher tax collection, and we support farmers, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
And
Members, I now put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Order. Honorable Babu Owino, order. All members, I now put the question that clause 36 amendment proposed by Chair of Finance Committee. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Members, I put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Last that opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 35A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 35A be part of the bill. Chairperson. Move to second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 35A be now read a second time. This is amending section 29 of the VAT Act by inserting the following new paragraph: that excess duty has been paid in respect of inputs used by a licensed or registered manufacturer to manufacture accessible goods. Honorable Chairperson, this is seeking to provide clarity on payment of excess duty on inputs by a licensed or registered manufacturer. So what is happening currently, Honorable Chairperson, manufacturers of accessible goods have not been able to claim their inputs they pay on the excise. So therefore, putting this provision now will make excise duty that is paid on raw materials, Honorable Speaker, to be claimable by manufacturers of accessible products.
Thank you. All members, I propose the question that the new clause 35A part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the new clause 35A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A part of the bill. As many opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 36A.
Members, I propose the question, the new clause 36A part of the bill. Mover. The new clause 36A. It's on page 15, 13, clause 36A. The NIS, Kenya Defense Forces.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that this new 36A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, as you know, the people that provide services, security service in this country, that is the National Police, the Kenya Defense Force, Honorable Speaker, supplies to those institutions is exempt. However, another important entity in terms of our security operators is the National Intelligence Service. So we are now providing for supply of goods and services to National Intelligence Service to be now be exempt, to be now be treated the same as we treat for KDF and for Kenya Police.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 36A be now read a second time. I put the question. Let me hear the Honorable Mbui.
Thank you, Chairperson. You know, I have noted that there will be a drafting error because If you're going to put National Intelligence Service immediately after Kenya Defense Forces without either a comma or the word and, then obviously that's a drafting error, so we need to correct it now.
Okay. I think the error is accordingly carried the way it's been mentioned. I now put the question. The new clause 36A, may not a second time. As one other opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I propose the question, members, that the new clause 36A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 36A be part of the bill. As one other opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Tax Procedures Act, Cap 469B, Clause 37.
Members, I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I propose the question that clause 37 be part of the bill. Another opinion say aye. As one opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 38.
I propose the question that clause 38 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 38 be part of the bill. Honorable Chairperson, this clause 38, as you may recall, this Honorable House last year became the first country in Africa to pass a legislation, a standalone legislation on virtual asset providers. Now that we already have a law that recognizes virtual asset service providers, now we are subjecting them to procedures of Tax Procedures Act. And the amendment that we are seeking on this particular amendment is to protect the data on this virtual asset space to make sure that the way the KRA uses that data is in line with the Data Protection Act, Honorable Chairperson.
Members, I propose the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed by the chairperson. The Honorable KJ of Dagoretti North, Dagoretti South.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank you, and I want to thank the Finance Committee, because in the hearings with the public, this is an issue that did come up, Mr. Speaker, and I want to agree with the chairperson that the movement that we are doing is in place with the new laws that we are making, and also making reference to laws that we have passed in this House up to and including the first Data Protection Act in Africa that was passed by members of this House, Mr. Speaker. And so I want to associate myself with these amendments. These amendments, Mr. Speaker, are proving a fact that this House does listen to the public. When we go out on public participation, it is not an act of public PR, public relations, Mr. Speaker. We actually do listen to the citizen, and what we are seeing in the Finance Act this year is actually a product that has gone through the process up to and including the involvement of the people and the public, Mr. Speaker. So in the sense that it does not offend the Data Protection Act, I do stand to support, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you. The Honorable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to support this particular clause because since when we passed the VASP and it was assented into law here, it has actually been very beneficial, Honorable Speaker, because it has brought more comfort to investors, especially in the digital financial innovation space, and it has made the risk level to go down. So, Honorable Speaker, this is one particular space that we really need to support, because again, when you look at the output of cryptocurrency investment that we do in this country, we are actually listed among top 2 in Africa. So this is very encouraging, and we need to really support it as a House. I thank you.
The Honorable Ruto, CPA.
Thank you so much, Chair, for this moment. I was part of the team that went around the country in the 2 bills that have been signed to the law, the Virtual Asset Act. Chair and members of this House, we all have to agree and live to the fact that the world is changing, digital world is shifting, and now payment systems are moving from the fiat currency to the virtual asset. And it is for this purpose that we have to appreciate as a country, like what the other countries have gone, to ensure that they have legislated this particular regime so that we facilitate trade through exchange of virtual assets. And for that purpose, we have also to align with our tax laws so that out of those transactions and facilitations, revenue we're able to raise to fund our budget. So it is a good move, and it's a showcase that Kenya is compliant and is committed to move forward as a country and to move with the first world countries that have accepted the new regime of virtual asset transaction. And this one will facilitate the flow of capital in businesses, in investments across the country. So it's something that we have to support it and ensure that we comply with it and align our legal framework to this particular. Thank you, and I support.
Thank you. Honorable Mukunji.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the area of virtual assets, you find that this is one area that very many young people have embraced. Honorable Speaker, while we are looking to tap into that, Honorable Speaker, it is important also the government to do the right investments to empower and ensure that young people are able to grow in that area, especially, Honorable Speaker, the ones that actually we have not been able to provide jobs for, Honorable Speaker. Well, as I feel we have rushed to go and tap into those taxes, because, Honorable Speaker, it is actually a place that government has invested the most little money, Honorable Speaker, in the Honorable Speaker, this industry. But I feel that, Honorable Speaker, there is a need now that obviously, while we are not passing this bill on this side, the majority side and obviously the government the side is going to pass it. It is important that we do the right investment.
You will come back. Hold your thought. What is out of order, Honorable KJ?
If Honorable Speaker, Honorable Mukunji must be responsible for the veracity of the statement
What is out of order
on this floor. The statement he's making is totally out of order, Mr. Speaker, to claim that there is no investment being made in the digital space by the Kenya government, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, this gentleman ought to familiarize himself with the digital master plan that is rolling out digital points in every constituency. And if in his constituency is not investing, Mr. Speaker, he should say that it is in his constituency that the investment is not happening. But nationally, Mr. Speaker, there is a grand plan that is rolling out digital centers in every single ward of this country, Mr. Speaker. And I want to call upon Mr. Mukunji to set up his digital innovation hubs. We shall equip them for the benefit of his people in his constituency. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, that was an uncalled for interruption, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say that it is not about the promises. And Honorable Speaker, we have been through this. We have seen the promise of Grammys, the promise after promise, Honorable Speaker. We have done the investment, Honorable Speaker, in our constituency. I'm actually doing very good with my digital hubs. But, Honorable Speaker, that does not tell the government to come after those young people that are trying to make a living, and trying to make it. When, Honorable Speaker,
The Honorable Mukunji. The Honorable Mukunji. You know, you're a young man I like so much, but I would like that when you give you a chance, you be factual. It's very good to debate factually, so that when you're speaking, I don't have so many of this. You know, the Honorable Mwango, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Inasmuch as the government side declares that they're supporting digital content creation and the new what they call the economy, the digital economy, I would want to ask my brother from Dagoretti North, through you, Chair, what are they doing to the restraints that are being put on digital content creators from Kenya not to enter Tanzania, the likes of Jakamfine, the other digital content creators that are venturing into Tanzania, and these people are being asked and they are being declared non-grantor to Tanzania.
Thank you.
What are you how are you addressing that issue?
So what
matters
happened
when you are creating the digital economy?
Thank you. All members, we are on clause 38 of the finance bill. Honorable Mwago, a very good question, which I would like you to bring through the normal processes of Parliament. Just do a question. It's a very good question. No, it is not his job to answer questions at this point in time. All members, I put the question that clause 38 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. As another opinion say aye. As another opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 38 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye. Those in opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 39.
All members, I propose that clause 39 be part of the bill, Chairperson. And I want it to be a bit faster now.
Yes, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 39 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment relates to when you have been deregistered. You are as a taxpayer in terms of your PIN was deregistered, and you apply for reinstatement for your PIN, KRA should make a decision within 90 days.
All members, that is self-explanatory. I propose the question that clause 39 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed by the chair. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question therefore that clause 9 as amended be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 40.
All members, I propose the question that clause 40 be amended. Honorable Mwenje, what is the problem? That is per se. No members, I propose the question that clause 40 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, clause 40.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 40 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where we are exempting non-resident individuals, Honorable Speaker, when they are opening an account within financial institutions and investment banks, that we waive the requirement to have a PIN, a KRA PIN number, Honorable Speaker, because they may not necessarily be registered for tax in Kenya.
All members, I propose the question that clause 40 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 40 be amended as proposed by the chair. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question therefore that clause 40 as amended be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 41.
All members, I propose the question that clause 41 be part of the bill.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 41 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, as you may recall, this clause 41 is where the commissioner may, the issue of what we call pre-populated returns, or where they give you information, say you have earned this income and you're supposed to pay tax. Honorable Speaker, we realize that this would be very dangerous if KRA is not mandated to give you the source of the information. The doctrine of law say that no one should be self-incriminating, and the burden of proof should be on the commissioner. So now, therefore, this requirement is requiring the commissioner, when they do an assessment on you, they give you the source of the information, Honorable Speaker, and so that we're not. So
members, I propose the question that clause 41 be amended proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 41 be amended proposed by the chair. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Members, I put the question that clause 41 as amended be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 42.
Members, I propose that clause 42 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, clause 42.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 42 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment is just seeking to correct cross-reference errors and provide for taxpayers for administration actions safeguards, Honorable Speaker, as explained on 41 above.
Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, what's out of order?
I can clearly see clause 41A. Certainly, it cannot be clause 41. That is why there's a name to it.
Order. This is how it works, Honorable Member. That at the committee, when we have a new clause like 41, a new clause like 41A, we finish all the clauses of the bill, then we come to the new ones, which we do a second reading on first before you go to the committee. So that's okay. I think you needed that information, and it's all right. Now, members, I propose the question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. I put the question that clause 42 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 42 was amended be part of the bill. Will as one of the opinion say aye. Will have those opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 43.
Members, I propose the question that clause 43 be part of the bill, and because there's no amendment, I put the question that clause 43 be part of the bill. Will as one of the opinion say aye. Will have those opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 44.
Members, I propose the question that clause 44 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 44 be amended as per the order paper, and this we are proposing a deletion of this particular clause, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Chairperson, this amendment relates to institutions that do withholding. So if an entity withholds tax, or if an institution is a tax withholding agent and fails to withhold that particular tax, but the taxpayer pays the total tax, then the institution that failed to withhold should not be penalized, because after all, the total tax was paid by the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker. So that's why we disagree with the National Treasury on this and takes a view of the public that this clause needs to be deleted.
Members, I propose that clause 44 be deleted. I put the question that clause 44 be deleted. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 45.
Members, I propose that clause 45 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, the committee is proposing a deletion. I beg to move that clause 45 be amended as per the order paper. This is where, Honorable Chair, when agency notice is issued by Kenya Revenue Authority, this is on the power of Kenya Revenue Authority to give you an agency notice, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that if they do an assessment on you, even before you appeal, then they can issue an agency notice to your bank, Honorable Speaker. We disagree with the National Treasury on this, support the views by the members of the public, and therefore support its deletion.
Members, I propose the question that clause 45 be deleted. The Honorable Kaluma.
Yeah, Chair, on this particular one, I wanted to request the audience of the members, because I disagree with the committee and I'm opposing this amendment. Chair, what is being proposed here, Honorable Chair, is that you will have agency notices being stayed until you are done with the tax appeals tribunal. When you thereafter appeal, Honorable Chair, you should apply for stay in the High Court. The fact of filing of notice of appeal up to whatever level you want to go should not automatically, stay, your agency notices. And what was confirmed, Honorable Chair, out of the cases that are pending in the High Court on appeals, the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, over billions and tens of billions are being held, even if those appeals are frivolous. I was going to request the committee to drop this proposed amendment. We leave what is passed as is, so that the higher courts on appeal can determine whether or not to issue stay or not that it is automatic. So that where there is a frivolous appeal, you are obligated to pay. And I'm taking that from the fact that the Tax Appeals Tribunal is an impartial body which has heard the people, prior.
Honorable members, the Honorable Wandeto.
Thank you, Chair. And I think this was a very bad proposal, and it is sad that the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury would even contemplate doing something that is very unconstitutional. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is almost like saying, if you are arrested, you can start serving your criminal sentence even before the judges have heard you. And just in case they determine that you are innocent, you will just be released. When agency notices are issued, your property has been confiscated. Even if you win, some of the damage cannot be undone. So we are just saying that the Cabinet Secretary, at least on this one, please, don't bring things that are even unconstitutional.
Thank you. The Honorable Akili Muriu.
Thank you, Chairman. I like to add my voice on this clause. Again, purely because under our constitution, you must exhaust the process of the law before the applicant can enjoy the fruits of litigation. Now, in instances whereby in the tribunal, the respondent, maybe the taxpayer, is dissatisfied with the outcome, then he has right to go to the High Court and the Court of Appeal, and if possible, the Supreme Court. Now, when you stifle that process, and yet is guaranteed under the Constitution, it is work infiltrated, because one will go to court under the Constitution and declare the clause unconstitutional.
Thank you so much, Mukil. The Honorable Minority Leader.
Chair, on this one I want to agree with the amendment proposed by the Chair. And for the first time also I want to agree with the Wamunyoro group. Chair, Let us, even in
What is
the
the Munyoro group?
They are here. Munyoro group is here.
Okay, go ahead.
Nowadays, I am the caretaker.
Go ahead.
Chair, I am the caretaker for Munyoro group in parliament. They sit behind me. I am the caretaker of a Munyoro group in parliament. That's the truth.
Don't what is out of order?
They are orphans. They have no people in parliament.
Honorable Junet, can you take your seat? No, Honorable Junet, take your seat. Order, take your seat. Honorable Wamboka, what is out of order?
Chair.
Check the next mic. The one with the side. Yes. Order.
Honorable Chair, it is your duty as the chair to ensure that members debate with the decorum. I would want Honorable Junet in order.
The Honorable Wandeto and Co. Can we listen to the Honorable Wamboka?
Honorable, throw them out, Honorable Chair.
Honorable Wandeto, what makes you think that you must have the mic all the time? No, the Honorable Member for Busia. The Honorable Wandeto, please don't test my patience. I'm a very patient man, you know that. The Honorable Wamboka, go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, it is your duty to ensure that members of this House debate with the decorum. Is it in order for my leader, the minority leader, to refer to some members of this honorable House, honorable members, giving them a funny name, Honorable Speaker, by calling them Wamunyoro Group? Is that fair, Honorable Speaker? Is that fair? And can he withdraw and apologize, Honorable Speaker? Honorable Junet should withdraw and apologize. Or you can throw him out of this House.
The Honorable Junet, please go ahead. No. Order. The Honorable Junet, you have two options here. You will substantiate or withdraw.
Mr. Speaker, the first and the truth is that Wamunyoro is a village in Kenya, found in Nyeri County, and it has a house where people meet and discuss things. So why are people running away from Wamunyoro in parliament? This is a small group who behaves like a militia in Kenya that only talk to themselves and people who don't understand anything in Kenya, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, this is a militia group. But Mr. Speaker, Chair, I want to say this on that amendment. That Chair, and I said I'm agreeing with them, because KRA can issue agencies, Chair, frivolously.
So on this Wamunyoro issue, yes. Take your seat, Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Because this has to be clear. Take your seat. The honorable members who contributed, who are claiming to have been called wrongfully. Order. The Honorable Wakili Muriu and the Honorable Wandeto. Someone claims you belong to a Munyoro. Do you or do you not?
Mr. Chairman, I'm in Parliament by the virtue of being a member of Parliament.
Give the mic.
For Gatanga constituency.
Order.
And my full name.
Give the mic. Order. On this matter. On this matter. The members who have contributed on this matter on this side, who would claim not to be or to be, are the Honorable Wandeto and the Honorable Wakili Muriu. So it is for them to respond to this matter. Please go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, two wrongs do not make it right. And Mr. Speaker, the fact is very simple. Unless now we deny our names, we say there is a Kasongo function and a Munyoro function, then we will be equal. I want to say our Munyoro and the Kasongo function.
Okay. The Honorable Wandeto.
Mr. Speaker, Wamunyoro is a village somewhere in Tetu. So unless Junet substantiates what he means by Wamunyoro group, if he means people who associate with the former deputy president, yes, we proudly do associate with him.
if that is his meaning. But otherwise,
Okay,
Wamunyoro
thank you.
is a village
Don't-
in
don't-
Nyeri.
Wait, don't Honorable. Honorable Kibagendi. Go ahead. Use this one. Use the next one. Yeah, that one is working.
Honorable Chair, the regular vexatious points of order are not in any way adding value to the discourse we have. We need to make progress, and we need to ask the Linda Ruto group to stop constantly.
Now, listen to yourself. Honorable Kibagendi, listen to yourself. Order. The Honorable Junet, proceed on the business we had on the floor.
Chair, it is a matter of fact. It is a matter of fact, Chair, with your permission, that now we have Wamunyoro group and Wamitego group. There is also Wamitego group. They are also smaller in number. They are very few. Wamitego group. Wamitego are not in parliament. They are found outside parliament. And Wamunyoro is found inside parliament, but they are few. It's a militia group that we want to deal with. But having said that, Chair, I want to disagree with my member, Honorable Kaluma. Chair, KRA can sometimes issue notices of agency without any proper audit, in a frivolous manner. Chair, if we don't allow Kenyans to appeal against that, then Kenyans will suffer. Chair,
Thank you.
there are many business people who have suffered in that manner. Even the Constitution says you are innocent until proven guilty. Even the
Members,
Constitution.
I now put the
This
question.
is the only thing I agree with the Wamunyoro group. And there are only 5 of them in parliament. Only.
Members, I now put the question that clause 45 be amended as proposed by the chair of finance committee. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. The ayes have it. I now, this was a deletion, and therefore clause 45 is effectively deleted. Go ahead.
Clause 46.
Members, I propose the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. There being no amendment there, I put the question that clause 46 be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 47.
I propose the question that clause 47 be part of the bill. The Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 47 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, our committee is deleting this particular clause, Honorable Speaker. And the importance, Honorable Speaker, is this particular clause was seeking to stop manufacturers to be able to claim the overpaid input tax, Honorable Speaker. After public participation and listening to Kenya Association of Manufacturers, Honorable Speaker, we agreed that this proposal would be bad, Honorable Speaker, for manufacturers, and therefore we're supporting its deletion.
All members, I propose the question that clause 47 be deleted as proposed by the chair. I now put the question that clause 47 be deleted. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 48.
Members, I propose the question that clause 48 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
So, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 48 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this is where we have issues of pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker. We agree that we need to leverage on technology, Honorable Speaker, in doing our returns, Honorable Speaker. However, we are also putting an obligation to the authority that they will have to give a taxpayer a chance to amend the pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker, and therefore, if your populated returns shows that this is your liability, you will be given a chance to amend, Honorable Speaker, and to prove, so that we do not have KRA now coming for everyone and giving fictitious, Honorable Speaker, assessment that the taxpayer is not able to amend, Honorable Speaker. We are also putting a requirement that you have, even when you do not need to amend, we are requiring the taxpayer to be the one to accept those particular pre-populated returns, Honorable Speaker.
So basically, it's to ensure that if you're using technology and there's an error, you're able to correct the error. Members, I propose the question that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. The Honorable Member for Nandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. From the onset, allow me to appreciate the committee and the people who took part in the public participation for this particular amendment. Honorable Speaker, we must honestly leverage on the issue of technology, and most importantly, Honorable Chair, we have had people who have had penalties from KRA because they did not know what to put. So the introduction of the pre-populated return has been a lifesaver, and we appreciate that it is actually given to the person who's supposed to file the returns so that they can be able to see what fits into their business and even ask for an amendment or an addition or subtraction of the same. So I do support this particular amendment, Honorable Chair.
Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will someone, as men of that opinion, say aye? As men of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 48 as amended be part of the bill. Will as men of that opinion say aye? Will as men of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 49.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 49 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where the proposal on the bill was to delete the exclusion of public holidays and weekends on the days that are calculated by Kenya Revenue Authority. Honorable Chairperson, witnesses of taxpayers that appeared before us were telling us, for example, on a Friday, sometimes the system is down, and therefore you're not able to do your filing or your amendments until on Monday. And therefore excluding, therefore it's important that we exclude these particular weekends, Honorable Speaker, and public holidays, so that it's also fair to the taxpayer, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Members, I put the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed by the Chair. As many other opinions say aye. As many other opinions say nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the clause 49 is a deletion, so we don't have to include in the bill. Next clause.
Clause 50.
Members, I propose the question that clause 50 part of the bill. Honorable Chair. Clause 50.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 50 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this particular provision, again, came from our amendments, was informed by the members of the public, where the penalty that was being recommended for failure to, where we're saying where the Commission is not satisfied by the reasons given under Section 2, the taxpayer shall be liable to pay the higher of the following: 2 times the value of tax due. Honorable Chair, giving penalties of double the tax due, Honorable Speaker, is unfair. Is not a good proposal at all, and therefore we are recommending its amendment to now be 5% of the tax due, Honorable Chair.
I propose the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Honorable Wundo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, and let me thank you, the committee, for being extremely reasonable. This was punitive. I've never seen such a punitive arrangement like what you are proposing here. You can fail to do these things not by intentionally, by accident, by failure of something like that. Honestly speaking, thanks for listening, but again we keep on asking, whoever drafted this bill is not a Kenyan. He's not a Kenyan. He does not have Kenya at heart. Thank you.
The Honorable Junet, what is out of order now?
Chair, I want to remind my colleague, Honorable Oundo, it doesn't matter who drafts a bill. What matters is what we do in this house. That is what is important. And you know, he got lost of me to Mr. Bonainchi. I want him to come back.
In fact,
there's some serious indoctrination there. He's a very good doctor. Yeah, we need to come back.
No, the point to be made, other members, the point to be made, Honorable Wundo, you need to listen to this. The point to be made here is that members are not allowed by our rules to impute improper motive unless they have evidence of it. So members should desist from making statement that would impute improper motive on another member or on anything without evidence. The Honorable Murugara. You can use this. Sir George.
Thank you.
Sir George.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. A punishment must be proportionate. Sometimes it's required that we have to look at what is reasonable and what is unreasonable. I think the proposal to double the punishment was a bit unconscionable. And now we feel we've agreed with the population of Kenya that what is reasonable is what is being proposed by the chairman, and we thank him. Number two, for this house, remember there are various ways they bring laws here, whether they come from the Star Chamber, which is known in history, it doesn't matter. What matters is what we do as the representatives of the people, which is what we are doing now. Thank you very much. I support.
You know, Honorable Speaker, I was standing on a point of order when Honorable Oundo was speaking, and he spoke very well to support the amendment that has been done. But you know, I was wondering, Honorable Oundo, when it comes to now voting, he votes the opposite. And don't you think that is gross misconduct? Because, and even Honorable Mbui, he supports the bill, but when it comes to voting, he votes the opposite way. He says nay. Now,
order. The Honorable Pukose, how did you know that the Honorable Mbui and the Honorable Oundo are voting no?
Honorable Speaker, you know there are just a handful of them. So I can see them by acclamation how they are shouting. Yeah, and I know how Mbui shouts and my friend Oundo shouts. So I know the two of them.
Oh, members, I
support the amendment.
I now put the question. That the proposed order. I now put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. I now put the question that clause 50 be amended as proposed by the chairman of Finance Committee. As many of that opinion say aye. As many of that opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Members, I therefore put the question that clause 50 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I hope Oundo didn't vote nay this time round. The Honorable Ichung'ot.
Honorable Chair, on a light note, the Honorable Pukose said that he can distinguish when Honorable Oundo and Honorable Mbui are voting because they're only a handful. But on this particular one, they were not a handful. It was only Honorable Mbui alone.
So at least on that one, he was right. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Clauses 51 and 52.
The Honorable members, I propose that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill, and because we have no amendments, I put the question that clauses 51 and 52 be part of the bill. As per the opinion say aye. As per the opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
New clause 41A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 41A be part of the bill. The Honorable Chairperson, move this for second reading.
Honorable Chairperson.
Clause 41A.
Yes, Honorable Chairperson, beg to move that new clause 41A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, this particular provision is a provision that is seeking to require exporters to maintain particular documents, Honorable Speaker, and maintain them for a particular period of time. What you've seen, Honorable Speaker, is some mischievous manufacturers. Instead of them being manufacturers, they become repackagers, for example. And you can remember even the case we had, I think, a year ago of edible oils, where oils were coming in this country as being called it's a refined product, but only to know to find out it's a raw material. So two problems: they get tax exemption even when they're not manufactured, Honorable Speaker, and they export jobs to other countries. So this requirement, therefore, we require them now to have these particular import documents, so that in case the Revenue Authority needs to check with them, Honorable Speaker, they can do that.
Remember, I propose the question that new clause 41A be now read a second time. The member for Kirinyaga.
Honorable Chair, thank you. I rise to vehemently oppose this provision. Honorable Chair, what the Chair of Finance is not cognizant of is that majority of Kenyan importers do informal sourcing. They consolidate, they ship via third parties. Demanding for provision of these documents will kick out small traders and small importers in the industry and ensure that it bolsters and only leaves cartels to that importation industry. Further, Clause 4 also gives the Commissioner ultra-vires arbitrary powers to ensure that they can disregard any importer's claims unless those documents are provided. They know that the people in River Road, Kirinyaga Road, Gikomba, and everywhere where small traders import will be impeded, and this will be a barrier to importing for small traders.
Thank you so much. The Majority Leader. Majority Leader, I'm giving you the chance to speak.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this amendment. And just to clarify, Honorable Speaker, this, if you look at the amendment, the way it is drafted, it is actually doing the opposite of what Mheshimiwa Honorable Njerimaina is saying. What has been hurting our small-scale traders in Nyamakema, in Kamukunji, wherever they are, those who import even the consolidators of goods, is because the situation as it pertains today, if we were not to do this amendment, you will be required as an importer of goods, whether you are importing 2 cartons or a container load, to have a certificate of origin from every manufacturer of what you bring in, even for consolidators. And what the chair and the committee has done, having listened to all our small-scale traders, is to cure that problem, and that is what now the amendment seeks to clarify. And therefore I want to say, if we truly value the people who suffer because they are not importing from in bulk, and they are not importing from
Leader, I would like to listen to a point of order, please. Let's listen to a point of order.
Honorable Speaker, the Majority Leader is misleading the House. I can confirm, because I have been a small-time importer. There is no point where someone who is importing 2 cartons or 3 cartons needs a COO. Inform yourself. Do not mislead the Kenyan people or members of Parliament.
Order. So before you come in, the Honorable Majority Leader. So the Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, what do they provide now when they import into the country? What this document do they provide now?
If you consolidate goods, you do not require a COO. You pay VAT, you pay customs, and your goods are released to you.
What
and
do they use?
costs.
Order. What do they use? What do they use to know that?
An invoice.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
No. The Majority Leader was on his feet, so it is his chance yet. No, you're going to come in. Okay, do you want to be informed by the chair?
The chair can inform me.
Okay, go ahead.
You know, Honorable Chairperson, that is why it is very important to take your time to read. And I mean to read. Section 44A of the Tax Procedures Act currently states as follows, and this is the law. This section applies to all goods imported into Kenya. No person shall import any goods into Kenya without presenting a valid certificate of origin to the commissioner or an authorized officer. That is the law. So if the honorable member has been importing without a certificate of origin,
she says with an invoice.
She has been a smuggler.
With an invoice. Okay, Honorable Chunga, please proceed to wind up your...
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker,
order.
If you can
allow members to also contribute. The Honorable Order, the member for Kirinyaga. You have debated well. You've raised a point of order. I've given you a chance. Let Honorable Majority also have their chance, please. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, you know earlier, Honorable Chair, the Speaker, when the substantive Speaker was here, he said, he quoted Shakespeare. Was it Shakespeare? Yes. And said, the law is an ass. The Honorable Njeri Maina is a lawyer. The chair of finance is an FCPA. But in CPA, when we are going through our CPA studies, we also study a bit of commercial law. Thank you, Chair, for informing me and educating those of us who are not lawyers, and even including the lawyers who may not have read the law on the provisions of the law, because that is a fact as it is. Honorable Chair, number two, before the Honorable Njeri Maina was born, I was trading in Nyamakema, Pilot Corner on Duruma Road, as a small-scale importer. So I am speaking from experience, and what the chair has said is indeed true. And this amendment is now making it easier for our small-scale importers, leave alone the big importers who can get from manufacturers easily certificates of origin. The small-scale Nyamakema importers, these are the people we are helping. And this amendment came from public participation when the chair and the committee, because I observe the public participation. Why would you want to deny those small-scale traders in Nyamakema? The leader of minority wants to inform me, Honorable Chair, I can oblige to that information.
The minority leader.
Chair, I want to inform the majority leader that one of the problems that we faced in the last election, and people, we could not get any votes in your area where you do butchery work, is because the former regime introduced and told small-scale traders and consolidators to bring certificate of origin. This government is addressing that. They want people to bring their goods, the small group, without any hiccups, without any problems. Instead of this Wamitego and Omunyoro group appreciating that, they are still making noise.
Please wind up.
Honorable Chair, as I wind up, what the Honorable Junet says is indeed true.
Which one? That you are a butcher man or what?
Yes, all of them.
Okay.
When I left Nyamakema, I also ran a butchery in Kikuyu Town, and I am still a meat trader to date.
Okay.
And I am very proud of that, because even my late father was a meat trader all his life. Honorable Chair, I wanted to agree with the Honorable Junet. Indeed, last month, a relatively middle-aged man, because he wasn't young, so in his early 50s, about 45 years old, from Wemuto here, died and lost his life following an episode that he went through under the last regime, when he imported goods worth, I think, about 25 million shillings. And those goods were touched one afternoon by Fred Matiang'i, then as Cabinet Secretary for Interior. That man suffered, slipped into depression, got a lot of other complications, health complications, and we buried him last week in Kabete. This amendment is coming to address those unfortunate small traders who suffered under the last regime. Traders who, these people who are calling themselves group, don't want to
take your seat.
Speak for, you want to finish them. You want to kill other Kenyans. We cannot allow you to kill other Kenyans. The way they were killed by Matiang'i, we will not allow you.
Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? No, give it Honorable Gisairo. Honorable Gisairo, what's out of order? Order. Use the mic next. The mic next is working.
Honorable Chair, we are here to debate and, of course, to also learn. But to learn on truthful and objective, reasoning. Honorable Chair, is it right to say that Honorable Matiang'i burnt somebody's goods? That is unfactual. As a person, is there such an evidence that implicates Matiang'i in the person? Honorable Chair, you see, we can sit here listening to the butcherman, but he cannot go to that extent of naming persons directly.
That is wrong.
Point taken.
Root of killing people. Do we start?
The honorable Kibagendi, what is out of order? Is it the same thing with the Honorable Gasairo? He's on a point of order already.
Honorable Chair, it's inappropriate for the majority leader to imply that His Excellency Fred Matiang'i, the incoming president, actually decided to ban someone's goods. Yet we know we are a few days away from.
Order. He's on a point of order. He is on a point of order, so you have to wait for him to finish.
We are a few days away from commemorating the death of very many young people that were slaughtered by this regime.
The Honorable Kibagendi, did I order? I need to get this clear. Order. I need to get this clear from you. Did the Honorable Ichung'wa say that the Honorable Matiang'i killed someone? Now, the Honorable Ichung'wa, did you say those words? No, I've asked Honorable Ichung'wa, not you.
Honorable, I was going to call you Honorable Ichung'wa.
Go ahead. Did you use those words?
What I said, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chairperson, I said a man from Kabete Mwemuto died out of depression. What I said Honorable Matiang'i did as Cabinet Secretary was touching the goods worth 25 million shilling. Why were they touched, Honorable Speaker? Let me even make my point so that I finish this debate. This is very personal to me. Because these are people I traded with in Nyamakema. They are people I know in person. I know their families. I saw the suffering that person went through. He used to live in Kitisuru. He moved to a one-bedroom house in Mwemuto. Honorable Speaker, why was I saying it? Because the Honorable Njeri Maina purported to be speaking for these Nyamakema traders. Why are you required to provide a certificate of origin? So that you certify that the goods you are bringing into Kenya are not counterfeit goods. Why was that gentleman's goods touched on the 23rd of January 2018? Because they were said to be counterfeit and no verification has been done. These are the painful episodes I'm talking about when Junet said that they could not get votes. It is so painful, Honorable Speaker, and I'm at pains. I would rather not even go beyond it because I don't want to break it down. But it would be very shameful for any member of parliament today not to protect the small traders in Nyamakema, in Kamukunji, because you want to play politics of Aminyo, I don't know.
Well said, Majority Leader. Thank you. The Honorable Junet.
Chair.
Go ahead.
Chair.
Order, members, order.
Chair, can you protect me? Chair, with your permission, Chair.
You have my permission.
I really feel, Majority Leader, I really feel the pain the Majority Leader is feeling. Chair, we were in this country, Chair, when small-scale traders' goods worth $1 billion shillings were touched at the river, Mr. Chair. And it is for a fact. I was a friend to Fred Matiang'i. He was a very powerful man. That's the truth. Number two, Chair, it is true that the former regime destroyed goods using the excuse that they don't have certificate of origin, goods over 1 billion shillings, and that has killed people. There are people died of depression. People lost their blood.
Honorable members,
that is what this regime
I now
is
put the question that the new clause 41, I put the question that the new clause 41A be announced a second time. As my opinion say aye. As my opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 41A be part of the bill. As one of the opinion say aye. As many opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 44A.
New clause 44A. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 44A be now read a second time. Honorable Chair, this amendment is interrelated with the new clause 47A that's coming next to address the challenge of taxpayers using the court process and to pay their outstanding principal taxes.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 44A be now read a second time. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. I now propose the question, members, that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 44A be part of the bill. As many of the opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it. Next.
New clause 47A.
The new clause 47A was amendment by the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the new clause 47A be amended as proposed in the order paper. Honorable Speaker, this is in a way interrelated to the clause 45 that we just had a debate on. And the justification for this, Honorable Speaker, this amendment seeks to remedy the abuse by taxpayers who want to evade the payment of taxes using our court processes to avoid payment of the outstanding tax liabilities, and it provides very good safeguards of refund or offset of the amount, so that you do not go to the Court of Appeal or the High Court on frivolous appeals, and if you succeed with your appeal, you will get your full refund of what you had paid to KRA. I beg to move.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 47A be now read a second time. I put the question. The Honorable Mwenje wants to say something on it. Please allow him.
Now, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I think we need to be serious as a House. Because this clause, and I just want to address the Majority Leader on this, this is very easy to defeat in court. Why propose a clause that you know goes against our Constitution? If you look at Article 48, 47, and 50, it will be very easy to defeat this provision. KRA cannot, it is not in the business of refunding. And how many times have you seen KRA refund money? This issue of even offsets, it doesn't happen. So let us be serious. Denying businessmen the chance to have their money to continue trading it in exchange to giving it to KRA that they will be refunded, whether it takes 1, 2, or 5, 10 years. That is the most unfair system that you've ever seen.
Thank you.
And I believe this clause should not go through.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, I stand to oppose this amendment. Chair, this is an affront. It is against the Constitution of this country. Because, Mr. Speaker, fair hearing, administrative justice, you are innocent until proven guilty. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, this thing reminds me when Tom Boyer brought a bill to this House to create the one-party state. And when people opposed, he said, what are you fearing? If you have no problem. Chair, this is something that is going to kill the businesses of this country, and we must oppose it as a House. Chair, this one we must oppose.
Honorable members, order. Because it's a new clause, I want to give an order. Order, members. I want to give more members on this, but please, I want to plead with you. Please debate the matter on the floor. Don't go on a tangent. Please. The Honorable Nyikal.
Chair. Thank you, Chair. Chair, the simple fact of this amendment is, if a decision has been made against you and you want to appeal, this thing is saying you have to pay first, then you appeal, and that at the time you are appealing, you first of all pay the tax. So in that case, this is actually... Yes,
You'll allow,
why don't we wait for the
you'll allow Honorable Nyikal to make his point.
So, Chair, this is intrinsically wrong. You have appealed, and a decision has been made against you, or you have been taken to the tribunal, a decision has been made against you, or you want to appeal that decision. You are being told you pay first, then you make the appeal, that at the time you are making the appeal, you actually pay. And if then the appeal, you succeed in the appeal, then the tax will be refunded. And then you may choose to use it to offset the tax.
Thank you.
This appeal, I oppose this one.
Thank you. Honorable Kajwang.
Chair, I have not spoken since this debate began. But members, be careful. You will be the first target of this thing. You will be the first target of this thing. As long as KRA decides that you have not paid, or that you have filed nil returns, or that something is wrong with you, you will be the first one to pay. They will take all your money. They will put Kaluma. Now listen.
Order, members.
Listen to senior lawyer speaking.
Order. There's a member on his feet, and all of you are all up there with your hands up. It's not right. Honorable Kagusha, put your hand down.
Yeah.
Allow the member on his feet to contribute.
Vote for this at your own expense.
Thank you. Honorable Kirima. Honorable Kirima.
Chairman, what I know is first, I raised a point of information, Chairman, to the minority leader, that whoever brought the law of Chairman, can I be protected? Chairman, I need protection. I need protection, Chairman.
Honorable Kirima, go ahead.
Yes, on point of information first, I want to collect the minority leader that whoever brought the law of one party, it was not Tomboya, it was Charles Jonjo.
Honorable Kaluma, take your seat and listen to the person on the floor.
Let the minority leader run that one, so that they cannot misdirect this house again. Secondly, Chairman, on the clause which is before us, we cannot divest the court on its authority, because we cannot gag the court on any law which it wants to make, because it has what we call inherent jurisdiction.
Thank you. Honorable Osoro.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, sorry.
But I gave two this side before I gave that side one. You're being unreasonable, and I won't allow you to be unreasonable. I gave three this side, only one person on that side. Why not? Honorable Osoro, go ahead.
Honorable Chair, when you read this particular amendment, this particular clause clearly, it talks about the tribunal, the High Court, and the Court of Appeal. Honorable Chair, who goes before the tribunal? Even on the face value, it clearly states that it can't be a criminal matter in nature. You don't take a criminal to a tribunal. It is a civil matter that goes before a tribunal, Honorable Chair. Now, anytime a civil matter is before a tribunal, people are compelled in most cases to pay damages to the other party if they lose a case. Now, what this particular clause intends to do is this. If you've gone before a high court in civil matters and then you've been awarded damages, the person who intends to appeal against the damages that have been awarded will be required to pay that damage, or before they appeal, they pay a certain amount of money before they appeal. So this is not about criminals, and it's not against the Constitution, as the Honorable Mwente is saying.
Member Fonyali.
In any case, you are quoting at
Member Fonyali. Thank you. Member Fonyali. Member Fonyali. Member Fonyali.
Asante sana.
Honorable Kinan, you get a chance to speak on this matter after. Member Fonyali.
Asante sana mheshimiwa. Ningelipenda kusema hivi mheshimiwa, unajua sheria zingine tukipitisha, wakati mwingine watu wanapitisha sheria kwa sababu wako katika upande ambao unawafaa. Mheshimiwa Spika, hii sheria ikipita, hii ni nchi ya mtu mle mtu. Hii sheria ikipitishwa itakuwa inadhulumu kila mtu. Kibiashara itadhulumu. Kama utakuwa unafanya biashara itadhulumu mtu. Kisiasa, nyinyi hapa ambao mnashabikia hii, kisiasa itatumiwa wakati ambapo Mheshimiwa Spika, tusishabikie ukiritimba, tusishabikie kwa sababu tunataka kushabikia. Tuangalie sheria ambayo italinda kila mmoja wetu. Sisi hatutakuwa wabunge hapa mpaka milele. Kesho utakuwa raia na itatumiwa dhidi yako Mheshimiwa Spika. Kwa hivyo mambo ya kusema eti KRA ipewe mamlaka na nguvu. KRA tayari inafinya mtu kabisa na kukamua. Ikipewa mamlaka zaidi itaitumia vibaya. Wacha sheria itumiwe vile ambavyo
Honorable Kaluma.
Asante.
Honorable Kaluma.
Chair, this is the information we have, that out of any appeal, and we have so many of them from the High Court to the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court, once a person files a notice of appeal, there is an automatic stay. And what has happened is that even very frivolous appeals, monies which are due to the government are being held. We are told this is over 59 billion now on frivolous appeals. What happens in all civil cases is that once you lose in the court of first instance, you will, as a condition of appeal, be required to deposit security. You will. What you are now being told here, it is not a discretion. It is not discretional. What you are being told here is that you will make payment, and after 90 days, if you are successful, you get your money back. Unlike now, what is the problem?
Thank you.
What is
the Honorable Kainan?
Let me say, there is no breach of the law.
Thank you. The Honorable Kainan. And please, you have 2 minutes. 2 minutes each, the way you have given everyone else. Go ahead. The chance is Honorable Kainan now.
Chairman, we support the government, but we must also be prepared to legislate for posterity. This particular amendment is not only unconstitutional, it's unreasonable, it's untenable, it doesn't apply. We're just applying our minds to a particular scenario. And I want to tell you this, as a person who has been around, tomorrow most of us will be out of power and you'll be the first victim. And therefore I oppose this in totality.
The Honorable Nyamita. The Honorable Nyamita. What is out of order, the Honorable Jeanette?
Chair, thank you. Chair, I've listened very keenly to Honorable Kaluma. And Honorable Kaluma is saying the courts normally tell people who have cases to deposit security. It is the courts that decide what securities you put. That is what we want that to happen. Chair, I'm proposing this. I want to help the KRA.
Okay,
Chair, I'm proposing this. We are a legislative house. If we want to help KRA to collect more funds through these cases, we have put a law in place that says that petitions, electoral petitions should be concluded in 6 months. Let us bring a law here that says tax matters should be concluded in court within a year, so that everyone can get a fair hearing. Otherwise, today I am in power, tomorrow I'll be out of it. I don't want to be used against
Approach your counterpart and propose
if
that to
tomorrow
him.
gets power, what will happen to me?
The Honorable Nyamita. The Honorable Nyamita. Just give him the mic. Any mic around there.
Chair, thank you. I wanted to contribute on this matter, and I rise to vehemently oppose this particular amendment. Chair, I speak as someone who runs a small kiosk, and I've had an experience with KRA. And this is not a matter of, Kaluma, this is not a matter of denying government revenue. And I want to urge Kaluma that in as much as we know, I want to urge Kaluma.
This is not order. This is not a Kaluma amendment.
Chair, the experience that we have had with KRA, leave alone when you are seeking refunds. There are many times we have received notification from KRA on wrong taxation. And sometimes they block your account, they stop you from doing business. Small businessmen, this can be actually taken, it can be used against small businessmen. And I tell you, Chair, if you look on the balance, KRA has a higher say.
Honorable Nyamita,
If you compare,
Honorable Nyamita, you have been informed by the Honorable Majority Leader?
No, not yet. Not yet, Majority Leader. Not yet. My leader, I respect you, but I don't want information for now.
I proceed.
I wanted to say, Chair, we oppose this one. If there is a matter that people are actually procrastinating within the court process, this particular house has the opportunity
to pass a legislation
Thank
just
you.
like my member,
Member of
so
Suba
as
South.
to ensure that it is, but this
Member of
we
Suba South.
oppose
Thank you.
in its totality. It will affect all of us.
Member of Suba South.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I think it is important that we understand what our Constitution says. Under our Constitution, access to justice, the right to appeal, must be exercised and respected without undue regard to technicalities and financial limitations. What this provision implies is that if you do not have the money to pay what has been demanded of you, you cannot appeal. In other words, it is a provision that is taking away the right of appeal from Kenyan citizens.
Thank you
It
very
is
much,
a
Majority Leader. Thank you.
Finished. Take
Majority
it
Leader.
out.
Honorable Chairperson.
But you know what I'm wondering is, members, I've given 3 on this side in a row. I've not given anybody this side. Why don't you allow me to also give here this side too?
Honorable Chairperson.
Go ahead.
Honorable Chairperson, I just want to make two issues clear.
Go ahead.
Honorable Chairperson, 2 issues clear. One, that I would be seeking to move a further amendment on the question of the principal tax to at least 50% of the principal tax. And this is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, I thought we agreed this is a house of debate.
Could we listen to?
And that is why I have quietly listened.
Order, just a
to all
minute.
the
Order,
contributions.
order. Members. Order, members. You know, it is good when I protect you to say your opinion, you feel I'm doing a good job. I should also protect him so that he gets his opinion. It's not just fair that when you're saying yours and you think you're right, it's fine. It's not a good thing. Let's listen to Honorable Chungwa in silence. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, I was seeking your indulgence to move the amendment in an amended form to at least 50% of the principal tax. This being the reason, Honorable Speaker, and Honorable Kaluma has said it very well. One, your first point of call once you are assessed by a KRA is not the High Court. Neither is it the Court of Appeal, neither is it the Supreme Court. The Tax Appeals Tribunal is your first point of call. And that, Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me, Honorable Speaker, from the heckling by the member for Suba South.
No, you're protected. You go ahead. The member for Suba South, you've had your chance. Go ahead.
Honorable Speaker, when you get to the Tax Appeals Tribunal, who is the Tax Appeals Tribunal? It is appointed by the judiciary. It is a quasi-judicial process. So nobody is denying you a right to appeal the decision of KRA. That being said, Honorable Speaker, what pertains and what informs this amendment? And that is why I'm even moving the further amendment to at least 50% of the principal tax. KRA will send me an assessment, if I use myself as an example. They will tell me you owe us 100 million shillings in taxes, you owe us 20 million shillings in interest, and further
Honorable Kaluma, will you listen to the Honorable
10 million shillings as penalty. The principal tax is 100 million. What has been happening today with tax evaders? Honorable Speaker, I seek that you lend me your ears for a minute, because we are speaking about taxpayers. Not all taxpayers are assessed the volumes of money I'm speaking about. And not all taxpayers have the luxury of affording to even to go to court or even the Tax Appeals Tribunal. The large taxpayers, large corporates, are the ones who are misusing this particular provision in our laws. What are they doing? I get assessed 100 million. I go to the Tax Appeals Tribunal because it is a quasi-judicial process independent of KRA, because it's a court by itself. Or after mediation with KRA, you first mediate with KRA. KRA tells you, okay, we agree, do away with the penalties of 20, pay us 120. I am not satisfied. I go to the tribunal. At the tribunal now independently assesses my assessment and tells me, we agree with you, you should not pay 120, pay the principal of maybe 80 and interest of 10 million, pay 90. What do? as an intelligent business person. File notice of appeal in the High Court, get a stay. KRA, in the meantime, doesn't collect any revenue. Honorable Speaker, I begged, and I want to beg the member for Kirinyaga. You have had the opportunity, let me be
No,
heard.
go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead. Don't use a turn of
You go to the High Court, you get your stay. Probably the High Court says, we agree with the tribunal. You go to the Court of Appeal. By the time you get to the Supreme Court, not less than 78 companies have wound up when the process is still in the process of courts, and they go and form new companies. So what am I seeking to do, Honorable Speaker, in this amendment? To protect taxpayers, diligent taxpayers, Honorable Speaker, ourselves, for those who don't have side hustles here, we are diligently paying our pay as we want. Diligently. So are millions of other Kenyans, struggling Kenyans, who are diligently paying their taxes. People are registering companies, including foreigners, and they use these processes to evade tax. That is why, Honorable Speaker, I have begged to move a further amendment so that you have your first point of call in mediation with KRA. You don't agree with KRA, you go to the Tax Appeals Tribunal. After the Tax Appeals Tribunal, Honorable Speaker, when in commercial law, those of you who are lawyers, when you have your property being auctioned by a bank, you know, after, I think, the High Court process, by the time you are going to another court, at times the court does ask you, what is not in dispute, please put it in an escrow account in the court or with the court. Should you succeed to get back your money? Should you not succeed? Somebody asked here, Honorable Speaker, because I was keenly listening, who will, and it is actually Honorable Mwenje, if you can finish, because I want to answer him. If you can allow me 1 minute to answer him. When does KRA ever refund? That is why, if you look at this amendment, we are also saying that you can even utilize the money in your future tax credits. And Honorable Speaker, the money can also be put in an escrow account, and if it is only 50% of the principal, not principal plus penalties.
Thank you.
Plus
This is
and I beseech you, we support this to protect the small taxpayers who have no wiggle room, who have no powers to fight in court. We protect them.
Thank you.
I beseech you.
This is the direction. This is the direction from the chair. The Honorable Majority will amend the proposal he has on the floor, and then we'll vote on it. With order of order.
But you know, I respect the majority leader and I respect the chair, but a ruling was made here by the substantive speaker. Thinking through it, has the majority leader complied with the Article 114 as read with the PMF Act? Everybody, every member here, whether you are majority leader or whether you are a member for Kikuyu or for Ruaraka, you must comply to Article 114.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I confirm that this amendment we are dealing with is not among the ones that were excluded, because order. It is not being brought. Order is not being brought now. It was the order papers. It was processed normally. What is order? I have just allowed the majority leader now to proceed to propose his further amendment. It does not materially change what. Honorable members, the decision on this matter will be made by you, but I cannot refuse a request for further amendment. Honorable Majority, go ahead, propose a further amendment, then we'll vote on it.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that further amendment, that 56A1 be further amended by deleting the word "there" after "shall pay" so that it is shall pay 50% of the principal tax determine the decision being appealed against, and under 2, that a notice of appeal shall be accompanied with proof of payments of the 50% of the principal tax.
Thank you, members. So you've all heard the amendment, members. I now put the question. Order. I now put the question that the new clause 47A and the further amendment to it be now read a second time. Will have not opinion say aye? Will have not opinion say nay? Of course, the nays have it. And all members, order members, order. Honorable Aguja, order. I confirm that they have the numbers for division, and therefore order the division bell to be rung, so that we will get this to a division. It will be run for 3 minutes.
That's okay.
Omboko. Nicho Omboko akae kidogo dakika moja mkogo.
Okay. Wewe umeipeleka kwa
Order, members.
Chairman, I want to agree with the two leaders. But as a matter of concern, we must confirm to Kenyans that this decision is not a decision to withdraw, because a decision has already been made by the House and members have already voted, and you have already announced the result that this has been lost. So, Mr. Speaker, there is absolutely no way you can go back, and there is no standing order. There is absolutely no standing order. This has been lost. It is no longer in law. We move on to the next clause.
Honorable, order. Order. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. You know our rules. That voting by acclamation or what you did earlier is a procedure of voting. Voting by division is a procedure of voting. So until this is done to the end, nothing is spent. And so the voting by division is a process. The clause concerned has been withdrawn before we finish that process. So the matter is callous, finito, withdrawn, and no further amendment on it. Let's proceed with the matters that are remaining. I order the bars to be opened and we proceed with the matter. There's nothing out of order. The matter in question has been withdrawn. We will proceed with the next clauses of the matter.
Provisions relating to the Miscellaneous Fees and Levies Act, Cap 469C, Clause 53.
Members, I propose that Clause 53 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that Clause 53 be amended as per the order paper, be deleted. That means I beg to move that Clause 53 be deleted. Honorable Chairperson, this particular clause is very important to make sure that the Kenya Revenue Authority is adequately resourced to enhance revenue collection and strengthen tax administration. I beg to move, Honorable Chairperson.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 53 be amended as proposed by the Chairman of Finance Committee. I now put the question that Clause 53 be amended as proposed by the Chairman of Finance Committee. May, as many of that opinion, say aye. Will that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I put the question that Clause 53 as amended, Clause 53 has been deleted, therefore there is nothing to be part of the bill. Next clause.
Clause 54.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 54 be part of the bill, and because there's no amendment to it, I put the question that Clause 54 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 55.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 55 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that Clause 55 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chairperson, this particular amendment it also speaks to what I had spoken to earlier about manufacturers of LPG gas. With the recent things we have seen happening in Hamus and what has happened to our prices of fuel, Honorable Speaker, it's very important that we look at alternative sources of energy. And one of the alternative sources of energy is LPG gas, and therefore we are incentivizing investment of at least 5 billion shillings in this particular sector for petroleum gas storage tanks and related infrastructure in Kenya. I thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
I propose the question that Clause 55 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. The Honorable Wundo.
Chair, as much as I support the amendment, but Honorable Chair, the figure of 5 billion or even if it's 2 billion is excessively high. It means then we never have any local participate in this industry or enjoy these incentives. Is it possible, Chair, you can review the amount of investment required to make it much acceptable and affordable to a common mwananchi, a common investor in Kenya? We should not always benefit the foreigners and let the Kenyans themselves have no such tax benefits. It's not fair, Chair.
Thank
Chair,
you.
so plead with him, we
the
consider
Honorable Chair
reducing the threshold.
the Chair of Finance Committee, there is a proposal, a request to you by the Honorable Chair of Finance Committee.
Honorable Chairperson, in as much as I appreciate the remarks by the Honorable Undo, investment in LPG gas is very expensive, and therefore having a threshold of 2 billion shillings, for example, as proposes, would be defeative. The minimum you need to invest in a plant for LPG manufacturing is at least 5 billion shillings, Honorable Chairperson. So the risk of reducing this is where we have manufacturers that produce something else and they claim, Honorable Speaker, that they are producing, for example, LPG gas, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable members, I now put the question, therefore, that clause 55 be amended as proposed. The Honourable Karoli, what is...
Many members may not know, but this clause is a clear example of what state capture is doing in this country, where public decisions are being made for private interest and not for public good. Let us be fair. There should have been a declaration of interest from the executive as to who is putting an LPG gas facility that requires tax exemptions.
Is there a member in this house who has those interests that you know?
Yes.
Could you please name them?
Mr. Speaker, no, we need to get to the bottom of this. We all
Honourable
know what I'm
members,
talking about.
I put the question now that clause 55 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will have no opinion say aye? Will have no opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 55 as amended be part of the bill. Will have no opinion say aye? Will have no opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
New clause 55A.
Members, I propose a question that the new clause 55A be now read a second time.
Honorable Chairperson, I do propose that this clause 55A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, allow me to explain what this amendment is about. When this Honorable House passed the Affordable Housing Act, they gave the responsibility of collection of housing levy to Kenya Revenue Authority. So Kenya Revenue Authority collects affordable housing levy and remits it to Affordable Housing Board on behalf of Affordable Housing Board. However, Honorable Speaker, the law did not give KRA enforcement powers for this affordable housing. And therefore, we have got very many employers who are deducting housing levy from the employees, but they are not remitting that particular deduction to the Affordable Housing Board. So what this House has done in a previous amendment is, in the amendments we did yesterday on the Kenya Revenue Authority Board, is to give Kenya Revenue Authority enforcement powers. As a result, therefore, Kenya Revenue Authority has additional responsibility to enhance enforcement and make sure that those that are not remitting aggregate to remit. The rate that we put as agency fees for Kenya Revenue Authority for the amount of money they retain after they collect the housing levy, the law says up to 0.5%. And therefore it was observed that that agency fee is very low, and therefore the proposal is to increase it from 0.5% to at least 2%. However, again I insist, however, this does not affect the rate at which Kenyans are paying affordable housing levy. It does not change the rate of affordable housing levy. What it does is allow Kenya Revenue Authority to retain up to 2% of the housing levy they collect, so that in line with the extra responsibilities we gave them yesterday of enforcement, Honorable Chairperson. So it's very important, because I saw, Honorable Chair, some media houses reporting that we have changed the rate of affordable housing levy from the current rate to 2%. Far from it. There is nothing like that. And those media houses should be very embarrassed to misreport and disinform, Honorable Speaker, on those particular matters. In that, I beg to move, Honorable Chairperson.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 55A be now read a second time. Honorable Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to support this and say that the tax collector must be paid, and that this levy is justified, Honorable Speaker. But Honorable Speaker, even as I do that, I want to go on record, because I'm an odd member in this House, that what we have done with the 47 Clause A is unprocedural. The government was scared of being defeated, and we will still defeat.
Order. The Honorable Mbago.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. But on this issue of housing levy, we really charge so many people in the Kenyan tax bracket component who do not even require these housing facilities. I would suggest that even if you are charging this housing levy, it should be directed to people who require these houses, because there are so many people who have their own houses and they don't require this housing, affordable housing in this.
All members, I now put the question. What is out of order, the Honorable Junet? The Honorable Junet, what's out of order?
Huh? Chair, you know, my colleague here is talking about the housing levy. We are not discussing the housing levy in this amendment. We are discussing the agency fee for collection, so that KRA can get more money as an agency fee. So I know you came late and your eyes are not looking good.
Members, there's a further amendment. The Honorable Wamboka, what is... Yes, you have the mic.
Chairman, let's debate with the decorum. It is unfair for Honorable Junet Mohammed, my leader, to imply that the Honorable member has come with something in the eyes. Honorable member.
Did he say that?
Yeah, that's what he said. That he came late and his eyes were not looking. You can confirm from the Hansard, Honorable member. We must
order. The Honorable Junet, the Honorable Junet, order. The Honorable Junet, did you say that? No. If you said that, proceed. Order.
Mr. Speaker, I did not say that. I did not say that.
No, sit down. Honorable, just sit down. The Honorable Junet, you and I have been in this house since 28th of March 2013. You don't do that. And if you... Order. This isn't a joking matter, and I don't want to go to... Order. We don't have time. I don't want to go back to Hansard. If you said that, order. Proceed and withdraw it. If you said it, if you didn't, because I'll go to the Hansard. If I go to the Hansard and you said it, I'll throw you out of the house.
Chair, first you did not hear what I said.
But we have the Hansard.
And you are talking as though you are sure that I said that.
So what did you say?
I did not say.
Okay. We shall order. We shall proceed. I will check the Hansard as we go on. If you said something against a member of parliament, of course you know what will follow. We shall proceed as I check the Hansard. Let's proceed. Don't majority leader, go ahead.
Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I want to support that amendment. I just wanted to correct what Honorable Junet has also corrected. That one, because I saw one of the media houses, Honorable Speaker, when the committee tabled their report, one of the media houses actually misreported this aspect, and I think it's a journalist maybe who didn't get it the way it was captured in the committee's report. This amendment, Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from the Honorable Member for Dagoretti South, who wants to put words in my mouth that it was deliberate. And I don't want to judge the journalist because they misreported one of the broadcast medias. This amendment, as the chair has said, Junet has confirmed, has nothing to do with the housing levy. It is the agency fee that KRA is given. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, if you listened when the chair was moving the bill for second reading, he said part of the amendments that he has are those that will help KRA get more resources to be able to mobilize revenue. And I support.
The Honorable Chair, you have a further amendment to make?
There is a further amendment. The ministry.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move a former amendment. So a further... Honorable Chair, I beg to move a further amendment.
Go ahead.
So when you read the text, it says Section 11 of the Affordable Housing Act is amended by deleting that paragraph. Expression up to 2% of the monies to the collector of the collection of the levy as may be approved by the Cabinet Secretary for the time being responsible for the National Treasury on the recommendation of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for matters of housing. So I beg to move further that we add the words of the Cabinet Secretary, we add the words responsible for matters of housing. I beg to move, Honorable Chairperson.
Honorable members, you've heard. So the import of what he's saying is that the levy will be up to 2%. It could be lower, but it will be recommended by the CS in charge of housing. Now, before we vote on this matter, Honorable Junet, you want to say something?
I can see my colleague, we were with him in Azimio chair, has taken offense on what I say. I did not mean to impute any improper motive on him. If he feels that I put improper motive on him, I withdraw and apologize to him, Chair.
That is now Junet. The other one was not Junet. That is now Junet. I know sometimes your tongue may slip. And when your tongue slips, you should be able to say, my tongue slipped and I apologize. That's the way you work in this house. Now, honorable members, I now put the question that the new clause 55A be now read a second time. Honorable members, I'll take that again. I now put the question that the new clause 55A and the further amendment thereof be read a second time. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now propose the question, members, that the new clause 55A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 55A be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Stamp Duty Act, Cap 480, Clause 56.
All members, I propose the question that Clause 56 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that Clause 56 be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Road Maintenance Levy Fund Act, Cap 427, Clause 57.
All members, I propose the question that Clause 57 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that Clause 57 be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Title.
All members, I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. There being no amendment to it, I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 1.
All members, I propose the question that Clause 1 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that Clause 1 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this particular amendment is just seeking to align the commencement dates for the various provisions provided in the various acts on this bill, Honorable Speaker. In the various provisions in this bill, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, I propose the question that Clause 1 be amended as proposed by the chairperson. I now put the question that Clause 1 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that Clause 1 as amended be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. All members, we have come to the end of the committee of the whole House on the finance bill, bill number 24/2026, and now chance to call upon the mover to move for reporting. There's no recommittal on this particular bill. Mover to move for reporting. The Honorable Kaluma, order. Go ahead.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2026 and its approval thereof with amendments. Honorable Speaker, as I move this, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all members of this House who have debated this particular matter in a very professional way I want to sincerely thank the members of my committee who has done a very good job in terms of the amendments. I want to thank our secretariat that have worked extremely hard to make sure that all those amendments have been processed and we have given a good report. I beg to move, Honorable Chairperson.
Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the Honorable Kaluma, order. The member for Homa Bay Town, you are a member of this house, you know how to move for the committal. You didn't do that, and you can't do it now. You are out of order. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 or 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I must also join the chairperson in thanking you so much for being decorous, being principled on these matters of finance bill, and I think we've shown the country that you can disagree, we can put our opinions openly out there without having to do things that Honorable Kaluma is now trying to do. Thank you. Order, members, we now move. Order. Members, if you have your order paper, this evening we have two committees. So we move to the next bill, which is the committee of the whole House on the appropriation bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 or 2026. The Honorable Chair of Budget Committee is around. Good. So let's proceed. Schedule. All members, I propose the question that the schedule to the bill be the schedule to the bill. The Honorable Chairperson.
Thank you. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that the schedule to the bill be deleted and replaced with the following new schedule, which is captured in the order paper.
Members, I propose the question that the schedule be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Budget Appropriations Committee. I now put the question that the schedule to the bill be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Budget Appropriations Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that the schedule as amended be the schedule to the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 3. Members, I propose a question that clause 3 be part of the bill. And there being no amendment, I now put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 2. Honorable members, don't order. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair, you have amendments to this?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I'd like to move that clause 2 of the bill be amended by deleting the words 2,187,580,892,628 appearing after the words the sum of, and substituting therefore the words 2,188,892,628. Thank you.
Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. I now put the question, members, that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Title. Members, I now propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. And there being no amendment, I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 1. Members, I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. And there being no amendment, I now put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will those of opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now call, that marks the end of it. Order, members, order. The Honorable Makali Mulu, the Honorable Kaluma. Be clear of the aisle. The Honorable Chairperson, move for reporting, because this is the end of that particular bill.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the appropriation bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Honorable members, I now put the question.
Chair. Let me take it again.
You want to take it again?
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the appropriation bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Thank you. All members, order. Order. All members, I now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the appropriation bill, National Assembly Bill number 36 of 2026, and its approval thereof with amendments. Whereas many of that opinion say aye. Will have those of opinion say nay. The ayes have it. So members, that marks the end of the two bills in the committee.
Honorable members, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, we start with the finance bill. Call out. Order, honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. Chair on the finance bill.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2026, and approved the same with amendments.
Mover. Kimani.
They're both my boyfriends. One is X, one is Karen. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the Committee of the Whole House. And Honorable Chairperson, I want to reiterate that Kenyans that doubted that Committee of Finance and National Planning will not carry out extensive public participation, and that public participation was exercised in futility. I hope they have seen the work that the committee has done. The views of the public mattered in our report, and we based our report solely on the views of the members of the public, in where we felt that they had reasonable grounds. Honorable Speaker, we have agreed with them. It's also important to say, Honorable Speaker, that even in our report we have identified, we have made replies to all those people that did submit to us their views. We have replied to them on why we agreed with them, and for those that did not agree, that did not agree with them, we have also written to them and explained why, Honorable Speaker, we did not agree with them. With that, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move and request the formidable leader of majority, the great member of Parliament for Kikuyu constituency, to reply.
Second.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to reply, and as I reply, Honorable Speaker, to second.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, I think we are all a bit tired now. It's been a long day since morning, and as I second, Honorable Speaker, let me take this opportunity to, in a very special way, thank all of you members from across the aisle, those in the majority, those in the minority, those that the Honorable Junet has referred to with other descriptions, all of you, because you have done very well. You have done very well for the people of Kenya. We have transacted business all the way from second reading yesterday to the third, the committee of the whole house in a very mature manner. And I pray, Honorable Speaker, that this is the way we will be transacting business and allow every member to be heard. Because when you allow your colleague to be heard, you also get an opportunity to get heard. And Honorable Speaker, we all here represent different shades of opinion. And we can never all be aligned in thinking. But it's a question of you listen to me, I listen to you, and at times we compromise. And that is why, Honorable Speaker, even on what we were going for division on, after consultations we compromised. And that should be the spirit. Allow me again also to thank you, because, Honorable Speaker, we introduced our sitting this morning, and we asked you to be here this morning at 10 a.m. to help us transact with the business that are budget related. We have just finished with the Supplementary Appropriations 2 bill with led by the Chair Atandi. And I must thank you because we are all here on time, and it is now 8:15 and you are still here. It is a great job and a job well done for the people of Kenya. I thank you and bless you all.
Thank you, honorable members. Before I propose the question, I have sat behind here since I left the chair, watching the proceedings, and it can be summed up by one Kenyan who is a harsh critic of this house, who sent me a message, and he said, "I am shocked at the maturity of the house today." Remove the shock and maintain the maturity of the house, because we have conducted the proceedings this afternoon and this evening with tremendous industry, tremendous respect to each other, candor and banter of debate in the house, and I want to salute all of you. I have watched proceedings in many comparable jurisdictions, and I can assure you this house is as good as any parliament anywhere. And all of you who have made contributions, who have voted, who have engaged in boisterous arguments, some offside, some onside, have done a wonderful job this afternoon. I encourage you to keep it up, because as we say, those who are majority will have their way, those who are minority will have their say. And whatever we say is part of the process of legislation. And Kenyans want to see, want to hear, want to appreciate that they send men and women, the few of you here representing 55 million Kenyans, making decisions that affect them in their daily lives, making hard and difficult decisions that must move our country forward. As your speaker, I feel very proud this evening that sitting behind here, I have seen all of you. I have not seen sometimes what we veer off to engage in what V.I. Lenin would have called infantile disorder. I didn't see any infantile disorder. I just saw members of parliament, even some who hardly debate here, today were unusually active. And that is the way as it should be, because every dog must have its day. I now propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Can I put the question? I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Mover. Mover. Mover.
Honorable Speaker,
Shivani? Kimani?
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2026 be now read a third time, and I want to ask the Honorable MP for Kesses, the Honorable CP Julius Ruto, to second.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Thank you, honorable members. You know, even making faint attempts to call a division is part of debate and it's part of the House traditions. You know, when we were young people in school, you sat in class next to a student who quite didn't know what was going on. So when the teacher asks a question, he keeps on raising his hand half-heartedly, so that he appears to be participating in the lesson. When the teacher picks Robert Mbui, then he raises his hand as if he had known the answer. But if the teacher picks him, he will be at sea. Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2026 be now read a third time. I put the question. I'll now put the question, which is that the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2026 be now read a third time. As many as of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Order, members. Order. I see you on your feet. Nobody has claimed anything. Yes, when you rise on your feet, the standing orders require order. That when you this is a learning curve for many of you. When you rise on your feet to claim a division, you add on a claim for the division. So go ahead and lay the claim. You have the numbers. We'll ring the bell, but before the bell is rung, I want to instruct that in the interest of time, you will have electronic voting. Everybody get your card. Order. Take your seats. Take your seats. Order. Order. Order, members. Order. You have the requisite numbers. You have the requisite numbers for a division. I have granted the division. The rules of the House says the Speaker will decide whether you have electronic voting. In fact, that is the first point of call. Where we have any difficulty, then we'll allow those assisted voters. My direction is this. In the event you don't have your cards, the office is open. I'll ring the bell for 10 minutes to organize yourselves. Have your cards. We'll do electronic voting so that we don't spend 30, 45 minutes on something we can do in 5 minutes. Yes, Robert Mbui. What is it?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, you know, we have done very many divisions in this House over the years, and probably I have no objection to what you have said. But, Mr. Speaker, one of the things we want is to know who has voted in what direction. And so, Mr. Speaker, I'm requesting that after the voting, we...
Order, Robert Mbui, take your seat. Robert Mbui, order. Order, honorable members. Robert Mbui, you are here as a member for Kadiani, and you will vote as a member for Kadiani. You are not here to lord over or superintend over any other member. Each member here is here with the dignity and the respect of those who elected him to come here. And each member has only one vote. It is not your business to know who has voted in what way. Cast your vote, so will the member for Bumula, so will the member for Kikuyu, so will the member for Ugenya. Ring the bell. Yes. Yes, Baba. Yes. Yes, Baba. Eh? Yes. Kadi zinapatikana watakuonyesha.
I was requesting if we could dispense with the appropriation.
No, acha tumalize hii kwanza.
Well, good evening, and you have been following the National Assembly proceedings this evening, a time when the National Assembly chambers or members of the National Assembly have been considering two bills, that is the Finance Bill 2026 as well as the Appropriation Bill 2026 at the Committee of the Whole House stage. And the members managed to consider those amendments. Reporting for the approval of the bill with amendments also was done. However, as the bill was about to move into the next stage, that is the third reading, a division was acclaimed. And now the members managed to attain the number requisite for that particular division. That is with regards to the finance bill. So that particular number for the division stage means that the members of the National Assembly will be going into division regarding whether the bill, that is the Finance Bill 2026, be read a third time. Remember, that is the last stage. After the consideration of the bill at the Committee of the Whole House, after which also amendments were also considered and adopted or dropped depending on the decision that the members of the House took at that particular point. And of course, now the Speaker has directed that the division shall be done electronically. This is for the members to be able to vote on whether the bill be read a third time for the bill to having been concluded or to be concluded with at the level of the National Assembly. However, that awaits to be seen once the division starts. And this is as provided for in the House Standing Order number 70, that unless the Speaker, for the convenience of the House, otherwise directs, voting on a division in the House shall be by electronic voting. And when the Speaker directs that an electronic vote be taken, the division bell shall be rung for not more than 10 minutes, and the House shall proceed to a vote at the expiry of the 10 minutes, or such further time as the Speaker may, for the convenience of the House, direct. The Speaker has, as you have been following the proceedings, has directed that the quorum bell be rung for the 10 minutes, and also directed members of the National Assembly to be able to ensure that their cards, or rather they have their cards, and be ready to take a vote on this particular bill or on this particular division. So members have been directed that in case their cards have issues, that they ensure that those cards are rectified, so that once this process of electronic voting starts, then there may not be any mishaps regarding that particular process. During electronic voting, members shall cast their votes by pressing either the yes, no, or abstain button. At the expiry of 5 minutes, or as soon as the results of the voting appears on the indicator board, the Speaker of the chairperson, as the case may be, shall announce the results. However, before we get to this particular stage, once the 10 minutes division bell lapses, the Speaker shall call the House to order and also direct that the doors be closed and the bars be drawn, and for the members to take their positions or take their seats and get ready for the voting on this particular stage of the bill that it has reached now. Just the last stage the Speaker had read out to the members of the National Assembly on whether the bill be read a third time. And of course, through acclamation, there was the ayes and the nays. And a number of members stood acclaiming division. And that number reached the threshold for that particular division to be called. And of course, that is what has led to this particular point that the House is at this point. Consideration of the Finance Bill 2026. Right now, the division bell is underway, a 10-minute division bell, just for the members of the National Assembly to be able to put their cards in order. Those who have been having issues with their cards have been directed to be able to find out from the ICT department.
Order, honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. Take your seats. Honorable Mawade, take your seats. Order. Honorable Mawade, go and take your seat. Take your seat, Mawade. Order, members. Order. Honorable member for Embakasi South, take your seat. You have not been called as a teller yet. Take your seat. Members, take your seats. Order. Sergeant, can you confirm if there are any more members taking cards up there? Whips, Osoro and your counterpart, are your members all back? Those who went to get their cards, I don't want to lock them out. Are they all back? Sergeant, pardon? Yes. Okay. I'll give you the 1 minute. Who are you waiting for? Tell them to come in. We're about to lock. Order, members. Order. Order, members. I think we now have. We now have, according to your whips, members have gotten their cards and are back. Honorable members, I have been advised that the following will be the tellers. For the ayes, Robert Bukose. For the nays, Julius Mawade, MP. Yes, Janet?
Mr. Speaker, you know, in the House we have majority and we have minority.
Yes.
Voting is secret ballot. Nobody knows who's going to vote yes or no. The minority of the minority cannot lead us. These are minority of the minority.
So who is your teller?
My teller is Kaluma.
No. Point of order, Chair. Point of order, Chairman. No.
Order. 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 Robert Mbui, take your seat. You are seated. Honorable members, Peter Kaluma is a member of my panel, so I will not allow him to be a teller. Secondly, Honorable Junet, I would advise you to let this pass. Let Mawathe be the teller. So Mawathe and Pukose, order. Members are now ordered that the bar be drawn. The doors be locked. Because there will be some members who don't have cards who will come to the court. Yes, Junet, sorry, Ichungwa.
Honorable Speaker, you know we cannot argue with your decision, and the leader of minority has conceded to his deputy to appoint the Honorable Mawathe. But, you know, the leader of the Wiper Democratic Party is my good friend. And Robert Mbui is also my very good friend. I wanted to advise Robert Mbui, you probably would have nominated the Honorable Makali Mulu, who is a seasoned economist and very well educated and very good in numbers.
Order, honorable members. Order. Order, honorable members. You know you are doing electronic voting. In electronic voting, actually the duty and the role of the tellers is moot, because they must be seated where they sit to vote. The only time that they can be of minimal relevance is when we are having assisted voters who may not have their cards. But first, the presumption is everybody has a card. Number two, I've been advised by my technical team that those of you who had already logged in with our cards, don't remove them to log in again. But in the event you have removed your card, then you log in. You will not be disadvantaged if your card was already logged in, because it will function anyway. So will everybody ensure that your card is logged in? Owen Bayer, what is it?
Will be the procedure.
Order, Owen Bayer. It's very clear that you are not listening. I said, once we finish voting, and I want to advise you members, be like, you know, in the Bible, there were 10 girls going to a wedding. Tano wapumbavu, tano werevu. You know the story. Werevu walibeba extra oil. Wabumbavu walitarajia kuomba mafuta. So when you come to this chamber every day, carry your card. Carry your card. Owen, I'm not addressing you, I'm addressing the House. Because I didn't say mupumbavu, I said wapumbavu. You are not plural. So having logged in, you still want to say something?
Right to vote.
Just wait. Everybody will vote. Once we finish electronic voting, there are those whose cards may malfunction. There are those who, like Elisha Odhiambo, has come to tell me that he's not able to get his card. Eve Obara has told me she's just arrived and she doesn't have her card. Those in that category, order, Those in that category, once we finish electronic voting, you'll come and register here. Okay? No. Order. Mwafrika, take your seat. Be ready now. I'm going to call for the vote. Be ready. Honorable members. Clerk, are we ready? Eh? Do you need to do that? It's not necessary.
Just 60 seconds.
Eh?
Just 60 seconds.
Pardon?
60 seconds. They should not vote now.
Yes. Order. Yes.
Let them not vote.
Yes. Okay, order. Order. Kagusha, don't be excited. This voting will take a minute. Clerks, are you ready? Just wait. When I say now vote, you all vote. But wait, I've not said so yet. The clerks are getting the screen ready. Are we ready? We're ready? Now vote. Take your seat. Wamboka, take your seat. We'll come to that. Eh? Order. The law requires that when you are voting, you must be in total silence. Sit down. Are we done? We'll come to that. Kiambati, si tumemaliza? Hatujamaliza? Tumemaliza? Yes. So we call those who may not have voted. How do we know? You have the list. So go ahead and print. Honorable members, order. The voting is over. Order. Honorable, take your seats. Honorable members, I thought my communication was very clear. I said, P.S. Mulyungi, stop raising your hand. I said, for those whose cards may have malfunctioned, or the case of Elisha Odhiambo and Eve Obara, we'll give you an opportunity, a few minutes to come here and register your vote physically. And this will only be done because knowing how sometimes we conduct ourselves, even honorable people can be dishonorable. They will print the list very quickly. When you come to record that you didn't vote, they will check against the list. If you didn't vote, then you are allowed to register your vote. Pardon? Kiambati, are you ready? Okay. Those who believe, because we also may have cases where you voted but you don't believe that your vote was recorded. Don't come and crowd here. Elisha Odhiambo and those who may not have voted, queue along here to come and be ticked here. Those who are voting yes, come through this side. Those go to the other side. Those who are voting no, come to this side. Order, honorable members. All the rest who voted remain in your seats and in silence. Order. Order, Mukunji, take your seat. The rules say, or will not discontinue a phone call. The rules say, order, members. Order. Honorable Engineer Kiragu, are you coming to vote? If you are not coming to vote, take your seat, remain silent. That's what your standing orders say. Okay, clerks, go ahead and act quickly. A member who votes, you go around and go and take your seat. Naika, take your seat. You're out of order. Mawadi, what is it?
We are voting. Don't stop shouting. They are voting without the list. No, we are using a list here. No, they are voting without the list.
I will have the final word.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. They are voting without the list. Yes. Mr. Speaker, sir. Go to your they are voting without the list.
They have a list here.
No, this is the Bunge list. Mr. Speaker,
we will cross-check with Rosa Buyu, take your seat unless you are coming to vote. Order, honorable members. Order, Nguna. You voted, take your seat. Elisha Odhiambo, having voted, go and take your seat. Hillary, is this Hillary? Take your seat. I will give you an opportunity after all this. Take your seats. Harakisha. Order, honorable members. Kainan, go take your seat. Waitan, take your seat. Take your seats. Osoro, lead by example. Take your seat. Go take your seat. Honorable Kagusha, you are out of order. Take your seat. You are a former speaker of an assembly. You know the rules. Clerks, harakisha, harakisha, harakisha. Honorable Ngogoyo, you are out of order. Take your seat. Member for Naivasha, you are out of order. Take your seat. Have you finished? Wanjiru, you are out of order. Take your seat. Mumemaliza. You are out of order. Order voting in silence. Take your seat. Oh. Have you reconciled? Mumemaliza nyinyi? Reconcile quickly. Wamemaliza. Mwafrika, you are out of order. Take your seat. Is this Honorable Nyamita or who is this? Is it Nyamita? Honorable Nyamita, you're out of order.